And
Teal!
You know what it is, man. You're locked in the Third and Teal where they keep it real. And if you don't know, you're going to learn today. Third and Teal, baby, and I'm out. Let's go.
Third and Teal. We were just here yesterday. Now we're back again. We're not going over to anybody else's podcast this time. Shout out Jags United for letting us crash their party. With Travis D. Holmes, we had some good company, good talk, and we had a good time. Seems like all of us thought so, at least. And yeah, like, subscribe if you haven't already. As of the time of this episode, we're at 8:34. Gained a couple off of Andrews. Jags United.
I knew that was about to happen.
And,
I know, right?
Yeah, just I'm over here making jokes in the background I shouldn't be making. But anyway, so it's going to be interesting going forward, seeing how we can grow, kind of partner with those guys a little bit more, hopefully. Cool guys. But Trevor, how you doing?
Doing great, man. We're doing great.
Awesome. Eric, how you doing?
Outstanding, my brothers. Outstanding. Ready to talk some Jaguar football. Hell yeah.
Well, what a way to get right into it. Jaguars football, baby, on Monday night. We gotta wait a little bit extra. And feels weird. We haven't traditionally done well in Monday night games or against the Chiefs, but if this season is anything, it is a season of breaking curses. And we've been doing that so far. First ever start like this for a new coach in Jacksonville. We beat the San Francisco 49ers, who we haven't beaten in a long time. We won our week one opener. We scored points on the first drive in a lot of these games. We're doing stuff that we just traditionally haven't, and we're winning close games, something we haven't done in a couple years past here. I think it's going to be ugly. I know we talked about that a little bit last night, but I think Jacksonville's going to take this one. But how are you boys feeling about it? How are you boys feeling about our chances on Monday night?
Well, I think we touched on it last night some, but I'm sure most of our people were in there as well. But regardless, we still touched on it, and I'll say the same thing I said last night. This isn't like the Jags glasses, the Teal glasses. This isn't like being a homer. This is like good teams find a way to win. I was saying this last year when we were losing. I even referenced the Chiefs multiple times throughout the year last year. Like, look, they're playing ugly games. It looks bad, but somehow they just keep finding a way to win, and that found them in the Super Bowl. Okay? Did they win it? No, they didn't. And you know what? And no one gets a participation trophy, but fuck, I would be happy for an appearance right now. You know what I mean? But that being said, though, I feel confident. We found a way to win in some of the ugliest of situations in years past where this team's been hit with adversity and not found a way to push through. So I don't see how you can't feel good about our chances on Monday.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. Eric, how you feeling?
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling good about it, actually, which I'm really feeling good about it. Both of these teams on paper are basically even Steven. If you're going to look at the numbers, maybe a little difference here and there, but basically they're even. So I think if we can eliminate the pre-snap penalties and the ones that kill drives, we should take this game. We'll take this game. It's going to be a ugly, knock 'em, sock 'em ball game. But yeah, we should take it. We should take it. Yep. I'm feeling that way. I really am.
Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of the same, man. I think it's about time we come out and just again beat another team that they expect us not to. They got the Chiefs, sweeping us across the board or winning this game, according to the idiots at ESPN and NFL, all the people that make these predictions. And that's fine. I mean, is there a chance we lose this game? Absolutely. Any given Sunday, any team. But this Jaguars team isn't just any team anymore. I mean, even the national media, the Pat McAfee show, these shows are kind of waking up, and they're even doing segments on Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd got a segment from Pac-Man. Like we're getting this, man. We're being recognized. People are realizing it. And Pac-Man even said he's probably going to be Defensive Player of the Week. This was beforehand, of course, and even Defensive Player of the Month, which he just got announced as today. Devin Lloyd was the September Player of the Month for the NFL on defense, AFC.
Outstanding.
And it's way too early, but Depoy on the horizon. Has Jacksonville ever had a Defensive Player of the Year?
Ooh, no,
I don't believe so.
Not that I'm aware of.
Devin Lloyd.
I think Calais Campbell got robbed, but yeah.
Devin Lloyd, if he keeps up this heat, this run, he just might be on the list. I can almost guarantee you he's on pace to. I guarantee you he's almost on pace to at least break the linebacker interception record for the team.
Probably keeps it up, yeah.
I think he's up to 3 or 4 now on the season.
I think he has 3.
Playing lights out, man.
Well, speaking of that defense,
yeah,
this is something I want to touch on. Last night, and I want to get your guys' take on it because I know we'll feel a little bit differently. It's a little different when you go into someone else's house, someone else's pod, and you go with the flow. It was a great show, had a great time, phenomenal. But I don't like the perception that was put out by the comment section and by a couple others that our defense just happens to fall into these turnovers. Like, no one said that, but that was the way it was made to seem, was like, oh, well, can they keep it up? Of course they can keep it up because it's not like these turnovers are accidents. These guys are playing heads up. Their eyes on the quarterback, and they're rushing to the ball. That's how you create turnovers. They're aggressive. They're stripping, peanut punching. They're doing everything you want to see a defensive guy do, or a defensive unit as a whole, I should say, do to create turnovers. And the fact that they've consistently done it at a rate that's never been seen in the NFL to this date is not a coincidence, and it's not an accident. So to be like, oh, it's Patrick Mahomes. Who gives a shit? He's got one fucking receiver and no offensive line. Who gives a fuck? I don't care there's Patrick Mahomes. You said the same thing about, oh, it's Brock Purdy. Oh, it's CJ Stroud. It's this, it's that. And they did it against everybody. It does not matter who it is. This team will force turnovers. That's what they do. So we need to put some respect on them and Camp, for calling a great defensive plan every week so far. It doesn't need to be put out as, oh, we're just getting these lucky turnovers. We're just on a hot streak. No, these guys are playing the way you draw it up on defense.
When you practice, when you practice, punching at the ball, taking the ball away, that becomes the norm, not the abnormal. And that's the way these guys are practicing. That's what they're taught in practice. But punch at the ball. If that ball is in view, punch at it. Get it. Take it. And sometimes, Trevor, as I always say, sometimes you have to let the ignorant be ignorant. You know what I mean? Just let them be who they are, because no matter what happens, there are going to be those that's going to say, ignorant things such as that. But we know this defense is schemed to take the ball away. They are not just luckily falling into turnovers. Okay. They're schemed to take the ball away. That's why they play the defensive scheme they play. That's one of the reasons. Now, we know what happened last year with some nonsense. We couldn't get a damn takeaway. So now, being that the defense is taking it away and has continued to take it away, enjoy it, people. Enjoy it. We've seen, we didn't had the feast with the famine. We didn't had the famine. So enjoy the feast. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do. Enjoy it. It's winning us games. That's what you want. Complimentary football. Duh. How dumb can you not be?
Another thing to me, and Isaiah, I want you specifically to kind of chime on this part, because you're big on like individual personnel more than units. Like you break down personnel individually, more so than just one side of the ball. Like say for instance, you call on Walker, not just the offensive line, or you'll call on XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that you see with this defense that's really hinting at heads up players, everyone's getting involved in the turnovers. Everyone is involved in forcing them. Everyone's involved in recovering them, the picks, the fumbles, the peanut punch. Like they're all involved in all of it. It's not like we just got one guy that's just playing fucking out of his mind and it's not comparable. Because to be honest with you, I think we have multiple defensive player of the month on that defense. I don't think we just have Devin Lloyd. I think Devin Lloyd just highlighted it because he was statistically the best. He played fucking phenomenal. I'm not taking away from him. But that whole unit plays phenomenal. And the only way that Devin Lloyd is able to have a game like that is if everyone else is also doing their job. So,
Right.
I mean, this defense is not an accident. This is not some, just randomality, some like, I don't know, just some number that will eventually go away. They're playing good football. Even if they don't continue to force 3 a game, they're not going to be a defense to push over.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that by just those guys are a unit. They are gelled.
Sorry, I was going to respond, but then I started yawning. Yeah, so something that I liked whenever I was watching Pac-Man and them and the Pat McAfee show talk about Devin Lloyd was one of the interceptions, the second one over the middle from Brock Purdy that got tipped, and Devin Lloyd caught it when they were going on the cross, or not the crosser, technically it was a deep dig, but he made the comment that like that is what they used to do with Kevin Byard, the safety, but he would come down from deep, and they're actually letting Lloyd drop back from short and go to get that. And what I liked about it, though, is like he didn't say he said the ball was tipped, and the next words out of his mouth weren't, so that's the only reason he got it. His next words were, but the way he played, I know he would have got that ball even if it wasn't. Like he said that Devin Lloyd put himself in the position that even if it was a good throw, not touched, he was still getting that football.
Right.
And I mentioned it on the show last night with Jags United and Travis and you guys. I'm trying to re-sign Devin Lloyd right now.
I agree.
Because he's still a great run defender. He's a good pass rusher when they let him rush the passer. I mean, that's something that like people forget. That was part of why he went so high in the draft, was because he was a guy who played 4 years in college. He pass rushed. He was a good athlete, but he wasn't like, he's no Devin White, a guy who's going to run a 4.4, in the combine and can keep up with any receiver, but he's bigger than Devin White. He's 6'3", 245 pounds. And he ran a 4.5 something or 4.6, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But he rushed the passer in college. Yeah, he had like 8 sacks his last year in college. He went after him, and we're doing stunts with him now, which is something that you don't honestly in the NFL. Like you see some linebacker stunts. We run a lot of linebacker stunts, especially middle linebacker. Our Sam Foyer, like these guys are actually going after the ball and switching up, doing stunts. But like Devin Lloyd in general this season, his pass coverage has just completely gone through the roof for me. Even in his better year, like the first year we had Dave Caldwell, he wasn't really like he was serviceable in coverage. But like this year, when you're watching him play, like they clearly taught them actual pass concepts, drops, and like different, like clearly he understands how the offense is working. It's not just like, hey, since you're the Sam or you're the Mike or you're the Will, you're going to drop right here and just go stand there. Like they're clearly, he's got a great new head on his shoulders when it comes to really just the passing game. And I think he has taken a step back in run defense, not because he is doing any worse, but because he actually is thinking about the pass before just committing to the run. And so, but as a unit though, and I like that you highlighted that. I mean, as a unit, they're playing great. I think there's something that like Eric mentioned about the peanut punches, like you can tell they're practicing that because every single player does the textbook wrap with whatever arm is off the ball, and they are all coming over top and punching at it. All of them. Dewey's gotten one. Foyer's gotten one. Gardeck got one. You know, like all these guys are doing it and going for the ball. Eric Armstead, he didn't even touch Purdy besides the ball. He smacked his arm. Tyson Campbell, that one was a little bit different.
I think he brought it around and just ripped on it.
No. So whenever Nico tried to run him over is what happened. Right. And when he did, Tyson basically just like ball carrier grabbed onto it like this and fell. And when he did, he like ripped to the side. It wasn't like a peanut punch, but he definitely like he played it well. I'm not taking anything, but like it wasn't really peanut punch as much. But he like literally he got run over, but he grabbed onto the football like he was the ball carrier and just ripped it out, and it bounced to Devin Lloyd perfectly. But like again, this is just it's a completely different mindset. Like we had a lot of decent amount of turnovers in the first year of Caldwell, but it was nothing like what we're seeing right now, which actually too fun stat for you. I think we have 3 or 2 more turnovers to this point in the season than we did in 2017.
Yeah.
So we don't have, we're not Saxonville, whatever. Like we're still getting sacks. We're still putting pressure on the quarterback. But we're catching the ball. We're ripping it out. Like, you know, I think we had 5 or 6 technically, like we had a couple extra forced fumbles, but we didn't recover them. I think it was 1 or 2. But man, it's just like this defense is playing out of their minds. They're playing very good complementary football. One thing I am worried about this week though is like we got really low on safety. Really low. So we didn't activate the whatever that dude's name is that we got from the Vikings practice squad. I can't remember his name. He was a safety / corner though that we got from them. And then, you know, Raywan Lane was getting reps out there, which I like Raywan Lane, and I think he's fine. Like I think he's good in rotation, but like that's kind of scary when your last line of defense is the rookie that probably wasn't going to see the field outside of big games that were blowing him out, you know, like so it'll be interesting to see what's going on with Eric Murray. He's got a neck injury. That could be something he'll be back this week for, no issue, or that could be something that he's out for the rest of the season for. I think we would have heard something by now, though, if that was where it was heading. But this could be like a 2 to 3 week injury, or it could be he's fine and he's going to be back out there. So that'll be interesting to see. What's up, Duval TV? And there's a couple injuries that it's like, you know, like will they be back out there? Trayvon's injury. That one's going to be interesting. They said he was week to week. Then Liam Cohen said he was day to day. There's a chance he plays. I don't think we see him on Monday night.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's going to want to. I think he's going to club that bitch up and go.
I think he's going to want to, but something I was watching the Duval Dive earlier with Travis Holmes, and I forgot about is that he had 2 wrist / hand injuries on the same arm in college.
Yeah.
And he missed 2 games with one of them, and then he clubbed up for the other one, the hand injury. And again, it's just something where, like, clearly it's something minor if he's able to come back out and potentially play, you know, within the same week. But I will say that, like, they may dress him, and he may only play, you know, half the snaps maybe in the second half if we're, like, really close or we need to play. But, you know, that's something that I mean, they brought Diami Brown and let him travel with them and didn't even play him against, you know, a good 49ers team.
Right.
So, you know, there's a chance Trayvon travels. There's a chance he dresses out. I just don't think he'll play a lot of snaps if he does. Or, you know, Trayvon could be just a dog, which I know he is. But, like, you know, to the extent where he just goes out there and he plays, you know, 60, 70% of snaps like normal, if not more. So, you know, the injury situation will be interesting to see how we handle that. See if we activate anybody, if we pick anybody up in free agency that's kind of sitting out there or maybe on a practice squad. But, you know, that's kind of where I'm worried on the defense right now is our secondary depth in terms of safety is kind of dwindling. But I haven't heard anything bad about Eric Murray, so the chance he'll be back, I don't know yet. But, you know, it'll be interesting.
From what I saw earlier today, he was a full participant in
oh, did they say he was full?
Yeah, he was a full
perfect.
Yeah, so whatever it is, maybe it wasn't as serious as we thought it was at the beginning. So, yeah. That's what I'm trying to look up right now.
But, yeah, man. I'm pretty hyped for this defense. And, of course, I made it very clear last night, too, that the offense is looking better by the week, in my opinion, passing-wise.
Agreed.
Even if we're not putting up huge numbers, I really don't need Trevor to, like I've mentioned in the past, like I mentioned yesterday. I don't need Trevor to throw for 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. I just need the Jaguars to win football games. You know, I don't care. Like winning a Super Bowl is what every team strives for. And if your quarterback doesn't have to throw 60 touchdowns to get you there, then that's what you want. You know,
Exactly.
like why would I want to just why would I want to just have that and then be completely one-sided or lopsided, not be able to move the ball, you know, have no running game. I mean, that's the reason why teams lose in the Super Bowl is because they don't have anything. The Chiefs last year are a great example. You know, they just could not move the ball. You know, they couldn't run. They can't run this year. Who would I trade for at the trade deadline? So if I'm being completely belligerent right here, which I want to be because it's kind of funny, Jeffrey Simmons. You know, kick the tires on that one. Now they would never trade Jeff Simmons to us. But he did. Did y'all hear what he had to say about Cam Ward?
No, what he had to say about Cam Ward?
That was my quarterback, I guess.
No, so quarterback or not that. So Cam Ward came out in this press conference and said, like, you know, if I keep it a buck with you, we ass. Talking about the team. Well, Jeff Simmons in the locker room said, hey, you know, we all come in here and we're all watching film, so we'll see what's really going on. He's like, also, too, is we all come in here and say that we're real close to winning and we're not far away, so you really got to be careful what you're saying to the media and how you're saying it. And he kind of alluded to the fact that he's a little upset with Cam right now for just coming out and saying that the team's not good. He's like, you know, and he's like, and there's little things that are leading to these issues and blah, blah, blah. And like, he was kind of alluding to Cam Ward's not really playing very well. But no, trade deadline, if I'm being honest here, man, that's tough.
Yeah.
I would love to see. Now this is a stretch here. I would love to see somehow we bring Dexter Lawrence to Jacksonville.
That would be amazing.
He's a name that's been floated around. He could be a deadline move depending on what's going on. You know, that's somebody I could see coming to Jacksonville and fitting right in. You know, Trevor's here, Travis is here. They got the Clemson connection, and just really coming through and being able to bolster our interior D line, which I think has been okay this year, but their pressure rate is really low from the interior outside of Eric Armstead, which again, you're not really, as long as they're stopping the run, that's not really a huge deal. But I would love to see him come in because he does well rushing the passer and stopping the run. You know, and looks like they're having some issues, so we'll see. But that's kind of who I would love to see. I don't know, but what about you guys?
I couldn't even.
A left tackle. I don't even give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where you get them from. I don't care.
I can tell you that's not going to happen. Now, one thing I will say on that is Wyatt Millum, not for left tackle. Let's hold our horses here. It was very interesting to me that Cole Van Lanen was playing guard and Edoga was playing tackle. Whenever, like, all offseason, they were saying that Van Lanen was our swing tackle. If Millum comes back, he may be able to slot in at right guard, depending on, you know, how Mercari, if he continues to get hurt. Or they may try and slot him in at tackle. I don't know. They played him everywhere, so there's a chance. But Wyatt Millum could open that up to where somebody could try and move out to the tackle spot. But I do think that changing your left tackle midseason is really tough unless somebody gets hurt. And I don't think that we're going to be able to – I don't think we're going to be able to trade for anybody worth their salt, you know, at the trade deadline at left tackle unless somebody, like, has a complete falling out with their organization. That's just a tough.
Cam Robinson back.
Hell no. Well, he's with the Browns now, isn't he?
Yeah.
They had to give up a 7th-round pick and Cam Robinson to get a 7th-round pick.
Wow.
Yeah, that was rough.
But I have no idea who. I think if I would, oh my goodness.
Let me see if I can pull up like a list of the trade deadline candidates.
I don't know. Maybe a Tyson Campbell replacement.
That would be
no.
nice.
Yeah. I think a more steadier corner for that side of the house. But then again, I said no. We got Travis, so we can just move Jari in or uh, Lewis on that side.
I don't feel
But
comfortable with
yeah,
that.
yeah, I would bring in another corner. I really would. You
I
know,
think buyers, sellers, top players.
Well, to be honest with you, as far as bringing someone in, this is where I feel like it's hard for us as a team to do that because right now it just seems like chemistry is our biggest issue. Not that it's a bad chemistry that we have, it's just we're working out the kinks.
right?
That only gets worse if you throw another new piece in.
Yeah,
And it's not like we're losing games.
good point.
That's something that's new for us. And I think this team is in a uniquely shittily good spot. And I'll explain. So, like, you're in a win-lose. Okay? You win. Everyone says it's because the opponent you faced is not the same caliber that they were last year. If you
Okay,
lose, they say, oh, you're the same old Jags.
true.
So every game, unfortunately for us, that's against a team with a winning record has to be a statement game. Every one of them. There is no room for us to just take a game off. We have to come in and win them all to show that we're for real. And that's the position that we put ourselves in with our performance last year. So when you look at, like, even Monday night, you think about what could we really use going into Monday night? We could use somebody to take some pressure off of Trayvon Walker. We got that. We do have safeties that can fill in.
Okay.
We've got receivers. We've got playmakers. They just need to use their fucking hands. I don't know what they've been up to, but it ain't because they're not capable, because they are.
True.
The only player on our team that just really feels like is inadequate 90% of the time is Walker Little.
I know he was gonna say that. He couldn't. He could.
I'm just being honest though. Like even the
You're
rest
right.
of the line, even Anton's not getting beat a quarter of the time that he is, and nowhere near as bad. Like, I mean, fuck. He just looks bad. He just looks bad. In the run game, he's always been good in the run game, so I'm not mad at him there. Our run game looks phenomenal. And it's not like they're giving up sacks, but I think that's more Trevor getting the ball out than it is Walker
Yeah, I
protecting
think Trevor's
the side.
the second fastest time to throw with like 2.57 seconds right now.
Right, like Trevor's not sitting here holding on to the ball. I think that's why you're not seeing those sacks given up. So they're in unison, him and the line at least.
Right. Right.
But, I mean, Walker just looks bad in pass protection. He gets beat up all the fucking time. He is terrible. So
he does.
if I'm making any move at the deadline, I need some bolstering at that position. Even if it's not to fucking replace him, just give me somebody to fill in some of the snaps, because clearly he can't play every offensive snap. He gets tired, and then that's when he starts getting beat. When we have those long drives, that's when he gives up a free fucking edge rusher every time. Every time. He just does not have the gas tank for it. And he doesn't have the strength to begin with. But then he gets tired on top of it, and it just gets bad. So if I'm making any move, I'm not saying that I can really think of a left tackle off the top of my head that someone's willing to let go of, because good offensive linemen around the league are at a premium right now, especially.
Right.
So that's a hard ask. I mean, that's a really good question. It really is. It's just, honestly, type in the comments, let us know where you would go. Like, who are you bringing in at the trade deadline? Because I can honestly say that I feel like we did a great job building this roster to last, even through our depth pieces. And there's a couple areas that we don't get to carry as heavy, but I think we did a good job. And I think this team is finding a way to win with any one of us on the field. Like in any personnel set, we're still making plays. So I can't say 100% that I feel like there's like a flashing red light on the dash, you know?
Alvin Kamara or David Njoku?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
neither one.
Kamara, I think get the crowded room, and I think Njoku, honestly, same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not
getting. If we let Brenton go, he's going to evolve. I think he's right on the cusp.
You're not getting rid of. You're not getting Alvin Kamara without getting rid of ETN. And I like I like Kamara a lot. I just don't think that. Man, I don't think that I would take Kamara over ETN right now.
No.
It could just be the scheme. But I just don't think that our offense, the way we run it, now Kamara can be good in any offense. I mean, he's an insane athlete. I just don't think it's really worth it for us right now. He's older. He's more expensive. And in Njoku, it's already kind of a crowded tight end room. I like Munt. I like Hunter Long. Hunter Long especially. He's good. He's been pretty solid for us, and I just don't think Njoku brings the blocking that we require out of tight ends.
Thank you.
Njoku's a wonderful pass catcher, but he also gets hurt a lot. Somebody that I just found I was looking at is Tony Adams for this. He's a safety. Yeah, Dexter Lawrence. I got you, Duval TV. Tony Adams, safety for the Jets. He's 26. He'll be 27 in a couple months. Pretty solid. He's not like the best player, but last year he played, or the past 2 years he's played 15 games. He had 5 passes defended in 23, 6 in 24. He had 3 interceptions in 23, 1 in 24, 84 tackles both seasons. A couple tackles for loss. He's a guy I could see us potentially going for if they decided to deal him for like depth at the safety position. But that's just me thinking of like players that are potentially available based on what I'm seeing online. So there's not really a lot that we would be looking for.
I think Dexter Lawrence is it though, for sure.
Of course, yeah, of course,
because they've made him expendable at this point. They really have, and by the fact that they've made him expendable with the money that they're paying to the other guys, and honestly, there's a couple guys actually that are expendable in that area, but I think we definitely need a little bit better interior, and I only say that because Eric Armstead's playing really good, but only against certain sets. There are other sets that they come out in, and our interior is completely neutralized. I don't like that that's a thing, but it's not like I'm expecting him to get through every play. I'm still happy with what they've done. And that's why I said earlier, it's hard to say, but
if you put Armstead at right tackle, 9 times out of 10, he's getting neutralized. You put him at left tackle, and he's a beast over on that side, and I've been watching him on film, and I'm like, just leave him over there. That's natural to him, apparently. Just leave him over there. But, they like to rotate him. So, and Devon Hamilton, he's steadily getting double teamed, but he's still doing his thing as well. Mason Smith, he's still learning. He's had
a lot more reps last game.
Right.
He's getting that hand up, though. I love it.
Right. So, you still, when you look at that, we're getting decent pressure, but I would like to have a little bit more depth as well. I really would.
Well, quite honestly, if you bring Dexter Lawrence in, he's not going to be just a depth.
And
he's
of course,
take somebody's spot.
And of course, Smoot is Smoot. I love me some Smoot because Smoot is always going to produce 9 times out of 10. So yeah.
But you bring him in, Dexter Lawrence is taking someone's spot.
Well, it probably
no ifs or buts.
Yeah. Oh Lord, probably be Mason Smith would have to be, I would think.
Well, I mean, you really think about it. If we bring him in, they're going to look to fill his spot. There's somebody's going to have to go, from our interior D line, and I hate to say it, but there's a good chance it would be Devon Hamilton if it was anybody. Yeah. I think Devon Hamilton's doing great run stopping this year, but I will say that if we have to give up an interior D lineman, I think he's the obvious answer right now because of how hot. Really, Eric's having a good season this year. Eric Armstead's playing well.
Right.
And then Mason Smith is still, he's only on the second year of his rookie deal, and he's playing well. And he's a big dude. So I just think, but I don't think we'd actually do that, but that's just something I could see happening potentially. Or Tyson Campbell. Tyson Campbell for Dexter Lawrence, and maybe something on one, maybe something from us. But yeah, man, I could see that being a real thing. And it's kind of weird to say, but yeah, I could see that being.
I could too, because damn it, I'm tired of seeing Jarian take sideline steps to this motherfucker. Tired of it. Because I'll be damned, he played like a Pro Bowler for 1/4 of every game, but that is it. The other 3, he is a complete question mark.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that. But you know what? I never thought about that. Okay. Now I definitely can see that.
Yeah, but who would we want to go for on the Bengals though?
On the Bengals?
That's Duval TV just said Bengals probably want to trade some players. Like, who would we even go for? I don't know if there's anybody on the Bengals right now that I'd be foaming at the mouth for.
That they'll be willing to give up? No.
Yeah. I mean, the only one would be the obvious of Trey Hendrickson, but we already have 2 starting edges. And we gotta pay. We just paid one, and we got to pay the other one this offseason. So, that's really it.
And he just got paid. So,
he only got a 1-year deal, though. I didn't realize that. So it's only for
this
all?
season.
Yeah. So we were talking about that on the trip. He only got a 1-year deal. Yeah. They don't even. I mean, the problem though is they don't even have good O linemen. Even their best O
lineman is subpar.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is pretty bad.
So. I don't know. I guess the answer to that question would be 0. 0 at this time, anyway.
Yeah, I just don't think anything would be worth it to us at this point right now. But yeah, I mean that's interesting for sure. That's something to think about. Is will we? Can we? I know our person with a potential insider has been giving us some information saying that potentially is a trade being worked on. We'll see. There could be something big, could be something small, could be nothing. I guess we'll see.
We'll see. We will see.
Campbell has made the plays we needed it when we needed it. He's playing way better. Yeah, but the issue though is he also has caused some plays when we didn't need it, and then he makes up for it later. But like he would, if he doesn't drop his assignment and get burned for a 50-yard wide open touchdown to Nico, who's to say they even score a touchdown on that drive? I hear you, but like I need somebody who's going to prevent the plays and not have to make up for plays they could have prevented. Like you stopped the touchdown 3 drives later, but on the 3 drives ago you let up a 50-yarder with no contest. So I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I've said it in the chat, he's good for 1 or 2 bad plays a game, and then he'll be an all-pro on 1 or 2 plays. But I need him to be at least good all the game. I don't need bad for 2 plays and good for 2 plays. I need good all game.
We need him to be, as a lot of y'all yell about Trevor all the time, we need him to be that superstar corner that we drafted him to be.
Robert,
that's what we need.
Robert, my issue with that statement, though, and I partially agree, you can't be a 2 on the left side. Well, I guess technically right side, but left side to the offense, you can't be a 2 on that side. That's the one side. And he can't play on the right. He can't play on the left side of the field. He has to play on the right side.
Yeah.
If you're on defense, you're looking at the offense, he has to be on the right. He cannot play on the left. So he could be a 2 if he could rotate and move and do different stuff, but you can't be a 2 and primarily have to play against the 1 wide receiver. I mean, the Z just, man, it's tough because you draft this guy high, and of course he's not the one here, but it's just he can't rotate. So there's no way to make anybody the number 1 or really the number 2. You don't really have one because you don't have anybody that can follow because Tyson Campbell can't move. So
right.
I mean that's an issue.
Sure. he's not the typical the typical number 1 corner that can follow a receiver all across the field. He has to remain on that one side, which it kind of handicaps the defense.
It is
at certain points.
It certainly does because I mean, Ramsey, he could follow anybody anywhere.
Right. Exactly.
Pat Surtain, he can follow anybody anywhere. You have these guys that are number 1 corners, like bona fide number 1s, and then you have guys like Tyson Campbell that are the number 1 or the number 2, depending on who's his side of the field.
Right.
And it's our biggest weakness on defense, in my opinion. We have weaker position groups in a sense, or different things that I've been honestly, safety is a weaker position group just based on pure talent, but they do what they're supposed to do and they're where they need to be. They're not guys that are trying to do that, but Yeah, he'll learn or leave, but I think it's gonna be leave, man.
He
he's
ain't
young
gonna learn.
enough.
It's too late.
He's young enough. He's got 2 more years on his contract after we signed him to that extension. I think it's time that we just go ahead and potentially pack him up and try and find somebody else. But they may wait till the offseason, though.
Right.
And see if there's any good corners coming out or if anybody's going to be on the block. But yeah, man, it's a tough decision for sure. But he is our weak spot because he can't move.
He's the reason you got Justin Jefferson lining up on fucking Montero Brown.
Yeah, I see that. I'm watching right now, Duval TV, and Mac Jones, slinging the rock out there. But
about time.
Oh, geez, they almost just had a pick. Lane looked good for mainly being. Yeah, I mean Lane looked good. We talked about that earlier, man. I like seeing him out there. I like him getting reps. I mean, he could be part of the future of this team. Him and Ransall. I think he's a very good, disciplined player. He's not the fastest guy, but he's where he needs to be, and he goes after the football and he headhunts. He hits people hard. He kind of reminds me almost of the guy in front of him, Eric Murray. He's never going to be the superstar that makes every single play, but damn, he's going to be where he needs to be, and he's going to hit somebody when they come over the middle. And yeah, we could definitely beat the Rams. The Rams are a very beatable team. If we're being honest, the Colts, the only reason they even lost to them is because Adonai Mitchell is an absolute retard. That's really all I have to say about that. I think the Rams are very beatable. Matt Stafford is not the same Matt Stafford that we once knew him as. He's throwing a lot of interceptable passes. But yeah, we're yeah. All right, hold on. Chiefs game. That's what we're talking about.
There we go. There we go.
So who is I think I know who Eric's is. He mentioned a little bit yesterday, but who is the X factor for you guys in this game for Jacksonville on offense?
Trevor.
Okay, predictable.
It's Trevor. Well, I mean, but here's why though. No, it's absolutely predictable, but I mean, it's hard for me to pick a player that's not going to be the quarterback position for that unless you are going to be able to run the ball freely. And it's not that I don't think we will be able to run, but we won't be able to run it freely because we know that Spagnuolo is going to sell out for the run. He has shown that he will fucking do that. He is not scared to do that. That's what he did in the Super Bowl. He didn't even change it until the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Buddy was getting blown out and was still like, listen, if you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me throwing the ball because you ain't fucking running it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's going to come down to Trevor. Trevor's going to have to be really smart at recognizing plays. And I'm not even talking about his arm. He's going to have to be smart in the mind. Like, he's going to be the X factor at that line. He's going to have to keep doing what he's been doing this whole year. He's going to have to read the defense before the snap. He's going to have to. Because if he doesn't, we're going to run into a lot of brick walls when we should have canned into a play action and burned them deep. So I don't see how there's an answer that's not Trevor. Because if you run the ball, that's still Trevor. That's Trevor reading the defense and keeping the player changing to it. You pass the ball, that's also Trevor. That's cannon from a run or keeping the pass. He has to be on point. The quarterback is such a crucial position in any offense, but especially a system like Liam Cohen's, where they're making the decision from the line.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just be a guy with a good arm and play quarterback in the system. You have to be a guy with a good head on your shoulders and a good arm. So he's the X factor for me on offense in every game, but especially one like this, where you know that your strong suit's been running and you know that that's exactly what they're trying to take from you.
Okay.
Well,
Eric, who's your guy? Why does it feel a little weird in here?
Maybe
a little. maybe a little.
No, we're gonna stay with Britton Strange for me.
Little Strange, baby. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, we're going Britton Strange, baby. And the reason why I'm saying Britton Strange because Trevor had brought up all the right points. They're gonna sell out against the run. They are gonna sell out against the run. They have to. And that's where Britton Strange is gonna really make the difference. I do believe in finding the dead spots in the zone because they're selling out, forcing the linebackers to drop back in coverage, which is going to start opening up the running lanes for ETN and Tootin. That's where I'm figuring out. because they're gonna have to decide what they're gonna do. Either they're gonna keep letting Strange catch the ball, move the chains, or they're gonna have to go back into coverage and open up running lanes for ETN. That's why I say Strange is gonna be the X factor offensively in this game right here. Just to alleviate some of that pressure they're gonna try and put on the running game.
Yeah.
I'll
Go
do
ahead.
this. I'll do this. If we're talking about from past the game plan to just flat out executing their job,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got to be BT, because BT has to bounce back in Monday Night Football. He's got to, because he's got to take advantage of a weaker secondary. He has to, because we have to make them respect the pass game so that they will reopen those run lanes. Sorry, I'm having an aneurysm. But he has to take this game. He has to. Because if teams do what the Texans did to us and just didn't respect him at all because he didn't give them a reason to, those run lanes will not open up. Because they'll just drop a safety or something on him and then put their other corner to watch Brenton Strange. And then what do you do then?
Oh, then you got Travis on the other end.
Yeah, you got Travis on the he's got a DB on him too, is what I'm saying. Like, you just got to hope he wins the route. But I'm saying you don't want it to become so bad that they don't respect your one at all.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
So I think if it's about execution, a player that just has to come out and execute, it's got to be Brian Thomas, because we know the running backs are going to, and we know Brenton Strange is going to. If Brenton Strange comes in and does what Brenton Strange does this whole time, we know we have a chance. But then again, that all depends on the run game. So I'm saying if there's a player that can absolutely change the outcome of the game with his performance, it's Brian Thomas.
Okay.
If he opens his passing game back up, it's game over. It's game over. If Brenton Strange does the same thing that Brenton Strange does, it still falls back on Trevor making the right play call. If Travis Etienne and the running backs do what they do, it still falls on Trevor to make the right play call. But if it's going to come down to one player just finding his fucking groove and doing his job that can absolutely change the game, it's going to be Brian.
Okay. Those legit points. Those are some legit points. They are. All right. Who you think it is, Isaiah?
Let's get it. It's going to be strange.
Great question. Man. Y'all really put me on the spot here.
Yeah, because you didn't know the question was coming at all.
No.
Totally blindsided.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I'm thinking it's gonna be maybe one Mr. Breton Strange. I just think that right now what we're seeing out of Brenton Strange is it's really good. Like just not to downplay it or dumb it down. But like the dude he's blocking amazing. God damn it, he's blocking good, man. I mean, he's opening up running lanes for us. A lot of our big runs, he is somewhere on the field laying the wood on somebody. It's just one of those things that he's been really consistent, man. He's gotten first downs. Trevor looks for him underneath whenever everything falls apart. And he's been catching the football, and he's got the most. I think he has the most like forced missed tackles from a tight end this season, and maybe even from a pass catcher. I think it's tight end though. He's 5th in receptions by tight ends, and I think it's about time we get him a touchdown. It's kind of funny we keep throwing Hunter Long in there, but I know that Brenton Strange is being asked a lot, and he's getting us down the field. So I think it's about time we let him get himself a tutty. But yeah, man, that's who I'm going with.
I want to see a wide receiver screen type play with Britton.
And
a tight end screen would be nice.
We have to get them screen plays going a little bit better than we have been. You know what I mean?
Fuck, give Britton a jet pass. Give him a jet. Like, let him come over in motion, make it look like a run play, and just hand that bitch off to him. Let him fucking ramble for 15 to 20 because nobody can stop him.
That sounds like a good plan right there. Yeah, in fact, Brenton Strange, he's leading the team in receiving yards right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's because he's him, bro, and that's why I go back to the comment earlier. I don't bring in a David Njoku because then you're taking reps away from a guy that's literally transitioning into a superstar right in front of you.
Right.
And not to say that Njoku's a bad player or that I can't see the vision, but like you don't want to stunt hit Brenton Strange right now.
No,
he
you
needs
don't.
every opportunity and every target he can get. Keep feeding it to him because he's the hot hand. Do not take anything from him.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I think this is a very winnable game, all in all. I don't think there's no reason I think any Jaguars fan should walk in or go in or whatever you're going to do or sit in, look in Monday night and think this is the same old result when we played the Chiefs. There's no reason you should look at that and say, oh, no way, we beat them. We beat the Texans in Jacksonville for the first time in a very long time. We beat the San Francisco 49ers for the first time since 2009, if I'm not mistaken. Like, this team has got it in them. Okay.
Funny you say that because that's the last time we beat the Chiefs, 2009.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know?
Fun fact. So, yeah, we're way overdue right now. We're way overdue.
And one thing I got to point out, too, we always play them really hard.
Right.
Even with worse rosters, we played them really hard. Like, I don't remember the last time we played the Chiefs and it was just a blowout.
Hold on. I'll tell you in a minute. 20.
Well, the fact that it's not just like right around the corner in the top of the memory.
No, it's not right in the top of the memory. You're right. Let me move some of these notes out the way. But yeah. Hold on.
Yes,
let me look up. But you're right, Trevor. We have always played them hard. Very hard. Okay. Give me my other sheet. Where my other sheet at? Ain't that something you look for? Huh?
Mac's just on the sideline eating a banana.
Oh.
like game's almost over. Mac's getting a snack.
Mac's like, Mac do well, Mac attack, Mac snack. That's crazy.
I can't even find it now. Ain't that something? I can't even find it now. But I know last time we won was 2009. I remember I had it on my sheets right here.
I just think no matter what, we've got a great opportunity to come out here and beat Kansas City.
I agree.
I agree. It's definitely a winnable game. Mm-hmm. Definitely a winnable, very winnable. And it's not just, we may win. No, it's a very winnable game.
Yeah.
The only thing that bothers me, I'm not gonna say worries me, but it bothers me, is the pre-snap penalties. If we could just eliminate at least half of those, it probably won't even be. I'm not gonna say it won't be that close, but it'll be a more dominating game than most people would give us credit for doing. You know what I mean? For playing.
Yep, I agree.
I really do, because if you look at all our games we played so far, that's been the biggest problem we have. Pre-snap penalties, stopping drives, even though we have overcome a lot of them, it's the point that we had to stop the momentum and start all over just to overcome little dumb penalties such as pre-snap motions, delay a game, illegal shifts. Little things that's fixable that you would think after the first couple of weeks you wouldn't have a lot of them, but for some reason we continue to have these little issues. Now,
I think I can tell you why we're having the pre-snap motion penalties, like the illegal shifts.
Okay.
So Liam, so I touched on this last night, and Liam kind of said it the other day, and that's what made me pick up on it, was the fact that Trevor's taking so much in on the play call. He's having to shoot the play in the huddle so fast. Like, these guys have got to do better taking the play. And they've said that. You'll hear them say that. Like, there's been multiple skill players, Travis being one of them, BT being one of them, just saying, I got to do a better job of doing my job. And, like, hearing my part in the huddle and doing my job. Because you'll notice it takes Trevor longer to come away and get to the huddle now than it used to. That's because he's being fed 2 or 3 different looks every time. You know what I mean? It's not like he's going in, here's the one single play call, go run that.
Right.
Like they're giving him 2 play calls, and he's got to spit it out really fast. And that's just what it is. Honestly, we just got to get a little faster, get them more efficient. We need people to just pay attention. It's just about details. But now that's the other thing too. Liam's still a rookie head coach. Liam's got to call a timeout when he sees the play clock winding down. Also, though, like you got to do better. We have way too many delay games, but the illegal shifts are 100% people just not knowing exactly what they're supposed to be doing and still learning when and where they're supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
They brought that up multiple times, how you have guys that are coming in and 2 people moving at the same time just because they're not on time. Like, it's not in sync yet.
Okay. So.
Not acceptable. Yeah. It's unfortunate that it's a growing pain, but it's just one that we're just going to have to grit our teeth and bear it as long as they keep winning. Because if they're growing and they're still progressing, but we're managing to win games in the growth, I'm not going to be mad about it. I don't even care.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Now, the false starts and shit, I fucking hate them. They piss me off so bad. I hate it.
Yeah, especially when it's your boy.
Especially when it's 4th and 1. And we had more than enough opportunity and room to get the play. And we probably would have went on to score that drive and close the damn game out. But no. Somebody that's worked with Trevor for years now should know the fucking cadence. Still fucks it up.
That was the second one that drive too, not just by him. There was another one by one of the other linemen or a receiver or somebody.
Yeah, it's bad.
Something's going on.
And it's not just the penalty; it's when they happen, as we just discussed. It's when they happen. At the most inopportune moment, you see that flag come out. You're like, "Oh man, come on, not right now." Man,
that's not even funny. What do you mean? Imagine if Trent Baalke was still here. I try not to think about that. Those are dark times. Dark times. Wow. Our record, if Trent Baalke was still here, honestly, that's hard to say, but it's presumably bad because he was a cancer. Did they do it?
Let's go, baby. No, I just got some bets on this one, and I got the Kyron Williams yards that I needed.
Oh, that's all that matters. Then fuck him.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to make some. I need one more. I need 1.5 more yards from him for one of them, but the other one might hit now. Yeah, no.
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
I'm watching football, baby. I haven't been.
Yeah.
My streak's not great this year. Luckily, I'm pretty good about not putting too much money into it, but I've done a lot better in the past. So not doing great this year, but that's all right. Come on, Kyron.
Yeah.
Come on, Kyron. Let's go, baby. All right. We did it. We did it. We did it.
About the draft. We would be talking about the draft by now. You're absolutely right.
This Trent Baalke was no kidding.
We were
right.
We were last year. We were talking about the
literally last year.
That is
you, sir, are correct.
Absolutely correct.
But previewing the draft.
To be honest with you guys, I don't really think there's too much to be said about this one.
Yeah, that's really.
It's just we either gonna do it or we ain't gonna do it. And I know that sounds so dumb, simplified, but it's just gonna be one of those. It's exactly what it is. We're either gonna come out and we're gonna find a way to win again, or we're gonna get put in check. But I would be really pissed if this sorry ass Kansas City team put us in check because they are bad.
I agree.
I think everyone is overcrediting the Ravens. The Ravens have looked like shit all year.
Right.
I think everyone's way overhyping the fact that they blew them out.
Right.
Yeah, Ravens suck. Ravens defense is terrible right now. And Lamar Jackson isn't playing, but also hasn't been playing good. But
exactly.
Yeah, man, that's really it for me. Well,
thank
you, gentlemen, for coming on as always. Go Jaguars, and if the 49ers end up winning this game, which looks like they're going to,
we beat a 4-1 team.
Yeah, we beat the 49ers and they beat the Rams. That means we're going to beat the Rams because we're better than the Rams. Because we're better than 49ers.
Because NFL media logic.
Yes. Yeah. They better change those predictions.
Right.
I see you down there, Robert.
But yeah, man. But all right, boys, it was great. Duval, shout out. If you're not following or I guess you're not sub, please do like, and share. If you
Please
have
do.
friends, I'm not going to assume that you have friends, but I hope you do. If you do have friends,
But if you don't,
tell
that's
them about
cool
us.
too.
Tell them about us. Third and Teal, baby. We out. Let's go.
Hey.